Hello, I'm Chef Dave from Petty Pat Sports of Atlanta. I prefer Georgia pecan because they have better flavor, taste sweeter, and they don't taste bitter. I'm gonna show you how to make pecan-coated catfish. Okay, I'm gonna start with the pecan first, maybe about a cupful, and then I'm gonna pour a cup of flour and like 3 cups of cornmeal. And then we're gonna grind it all together. So I want to make sure all the pecans in here is lined up. Now I'm going to dump it in here. Or when you cook pecans, they bring out the sweetness in it. And now I'm going to add a little seasoning to it. That's a little obey, a little salt and pepper. I'm also going to add a little parsley. That's it. And this is the catfish where we're going to cut it into pieces. We dip it 1 time in the egg wash, twice in the mix. Now I'm going to fry it. It's nothing like Georgia pecans. My grandparents had a pecan tree, so we used to get pecans off their tree. We used to park his truck. And when you park it on there, we get it loud and go up there and pick them out. I'm gonna put a presentation right here on the plate for you. First, I'm gonna start with the rumaloff, okay? In the rumaloff, you have like celery, carrots, capers, old bay, garnished with a lemon. This catfish is crunchy on the outside and moist in the middle, with a nice nutty taste. Now, that is some good catfish.
Welcome to Pie Shop in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm Mims Bledsoe. Today we're going to be baking a bourbon pecan pie. That's our version of Georgia's favorite pie. Here in Atlanta, we're very picky about where we get our pecans. Of course, we choose only Georgia pecans. Ours come from a place called Glenville, Georgia. And really, you know, I think that the pecans that we grow here in Georgia have a higher pecan oil content. They're much more buttery, and I think that they really just kind of melt in your mouth. So let's get started. The first step is going to be to roll out our dough. Be sure to flour your surface as well as your rolling pin. So we do a bourbon pecan pie here at Pie Shop. I like to call it kind of an Old South pecan pie because it's really dark and earthy in flavor. So you want to be sure that you have your dough rolled up and resting on the rim of your pie pan. And then you want to crimp the edges. You can crimp all the way around like so. So the basic components of our pecan pie recipe here are brown sugar, melted butter, molasses, and then of course, the star of the dish, Georgia pecans. So your first step is always gonna be to blend your dry ingredients. Once you have your dry ingredient mix, then you wanna add your melted butter. Next up is gonna be your eggs. So I'm gonna add the bourbon. Add your molasses. We like a less sweet pecan pie, really more focused on the nuts. We put approximately ½ a pound of pecans in all of our pecan pies. And then you want to pour your mixture over the pecans. And the pecans will actually rise to the surface while baking. All right, we're ready to put our pecan pie in the oven. I think that pecan pie is very personal. It's something that we here in Georgia grow up with. Like anything that you grow up with, you develop a very strong attachment and very strong opinions about. And there we have it, our bourbon pecan pie, fresh out of the oven.
Welcome to the Pecan Restaurant. My name is Paul Lewis, Executive Chef. And today we were featuring our pecan crusted chicken, which is served on top of pesto sauce, sweet potatoes, and hell-convert green beans. We use soft shell pecan because when we crack them, they come out whole. And I chop them up real fine, that way it can incorporate into the panko crust that we use. I came up with the pecan dish because most times you go to a place and you get a plain fried chicken, and pecans are more of a crunch. You know, you come to the restaurant named the pecan, you want to see some pecans. Put it into the pan and put it in the oven. Since I was kind of a real tense aroma flavor, and while we're waiting on that, we always pick our chicken, put it inside the buttermilk, so the flavor of the buttermilk can kind of tenderize the chicken. Sometimes you get a dry chicken breast. This right here helps the chicken breast be juicy. Right now, we got the pecans out of the oven, and we'll take the pecans and put it inside the panko. As it drains out a little bit, I put it inside the egg whites, and then we'll put the chicken inside the panko, and then we'll flash it in the deep fry. Now I bring the chicken out. You see the nice pecans on there, and it's all roasted. It smells great. It's like you roasted pecans over open fire or something like that. Okay, now I'll take my plate up. I'll take my pesto sauce, cream-based basil sauce that we make here in the house. Put that in a plate. Then we'll take our sweet potatoes and we'll put that on top of the plate. Then I'll take my tongs, put that right on the plate right there. Then I'll get my chicken and I'll cut my chicken on the bias, which is like a little slant. Finish off with a sweet potato curl, which goes on top of the chicken. And this is our pecan crusted chicken.